How are you today? It's been a while since I've done my Beautiful Minds episode. I don't know if I mentioned this, but they're all getting uploaded to my YouTube channel. So if you ever miss episode 1 or 2 and you don't get the chance to catch this one, you can always find Colleen Curtis on YouTube and watch those there. So I hope you're all having an awesome Monday. I really wanted to hop on and talk about women's health and hormones and girl talk today because last week on my personal page I kind of hopped on there and shared something that I had been through, and a lot of women related to me. So I'll share a little bit of my background story of kind of the crazy health things I've been through and what I've learned over the years and what I actually learned in the last few weeks. So I'm always here to share. So if you guys are hopping on, if you can like say hey in the comments or give me some hearts, thumbs up, just so I know you're here. All right, let's kind of kick this off. So last year, my husband went through chemo and I ended up actually contracting mono from being in the hospital with him. So we think, we're not too sure. So I didn't know I had mono though. That was the crazy thing. I just thought I was stressed. I thought I was run down. You know, everyone's like, oh, you guys are going through a ton. So, you know, rest, give yourself some time. But as a health and fitness coach and for someone who's really in tune with her own body, I knew something was up last year. But I'm petrified of blood work. Like, I have few fears, and one of the fears that I have is blood work. I can do tattoos, I have piercings, I can do all that fine, but there's something about the IV that freaks me out. So I really put off blood work way longer than I should have. But when I got the blood work back, she's like, yep, you have mono. So the crazy thing about mono is that you can't really treat it. There's nothing for it. They tell you to like drink fluids, go home and rest. I'm a businesswoman. Like, I'm a high energy person usually when I'm not sick. And so that was really difficult for me. There was no working out. I had to kind of figure out how I was going to run my business and not work out. It was just this crazy learning experience. And it wasn't getting better. Like, this whole rest thing, even though I was sleeping a ton, I felt hungover every single day of my life. And after months and months and months of that, I said enough. So I ended up I got referred to a woman in the town I live in, and she practices Chinese medicine. She's also an acupuncturist, obviously, and it completely changed my life. So I've always been into things that involve health. I've been into, you know, I eat organic foods. I always choose the best option. I do the best that I can. But what I didn't realize for a long time, and maybe some of you can relate to this, but and I'm totally a hypocrite today because I have makeup on. But we don't realize all the things that we put on our skin so many times. All the lotions, all the perfumes, all the sprays, all the scented stuff. So I kind of want to talk about a few things today. I've got my water here and my notes. So I just want to talk about kind of health in general, but I also want to talk about hormones. Because when I had my little breakdown a few weeks ago, I had this crazy hormonal anxiety that I'd never had before. And I felt really alone. So I shared a video on my personal page about it last week because I felt like I didn't know if I was alone in that journey. And so many people were like, girl, I totally feel you. So when I went to my acupuncturist, she's kind of like half therapist for me, half doctor. I told her, I said, there was something that happened last week and I felt really overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed to the point that I didn't know which room to clean first. I didn't know like what to start on my to-do list, and that's very unlike me, so I felt cloudy. And that was scary because during mono, you have like major brain fog. So I was like, is it that, or is it just me being a crazy girl? And she's like, it's probably hormones. I was on birth control for so long, and now that I'm off it, my hormones are trying to regulate. So I learned some cool stuff. And if you know this, cool. And guys, if you're hopping on, say hello. I just feel like I'm talking to a wall right now. So say hello, say what's up, thumbs up, give me some hearts so that I know you're watching. But your liver health actually has a lot to do with the way that our hormones are being balanced, because basically your liver, it like detoxifies everything, it cleans everything out. It's your processor in your system. So as your body is producing hormones, your liver can help filter out a certain amount of them. So if your liver health sucks, then you're probably feeling an overload of anxiety or hormones and you're not getting balanced. So a couple funny things that not funny, but just things I would have never known if I didn't ask. I said, what can I do to help with the hormone rage in that during that time of month? Or what can I do when I have those really stressful, anxious moments? And she said eating beets and kale are extremely helpful for liver health and for helping flushing out the hormones. So, we get this crazy burst of estrogen, and if our liver is not healthy, it's not going to help us, filter those out. So beets and kale are one thing that she suggested. Obviously, if you are overweight, if you are drinking alcohol or smoke tobacco, or if you're also taxing your liver by a ton of exposure to chemicals. And again, I'm being a hypocrite today because I have makeup on and my makeup is not chemical free. So what's on my face is definitely chemicals. So your skin is your biggest organ in your body. Did you know that? So that's why things like exfoliating, dry brushing, not using the crap soap that has perfumes and chemicals. So if you go into your bathroom and you start looking at the labels on things, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm just better, much better than I used to be about it. If you're slathering on Bath & Body chemical-filled perfumey lotions to your body every single day, that's taxing your liver because it's full of chemicals. And so my husband and I, we checked our laundry detergent, and so that is completely chemical-free, dye-free, perfume-free, and we actually found a good one. I should have brought it in here. I just thought of it. And it still smells good. It's just essential oils instead of all like the perfumey chemicals. We don't use dryer sheets or anything like that. You can use wool dryer balls if you need that in your dryer. We don't even use those. But our soap that we use, again, I'm totally guilty of like makeup, and then my shampoo and my conditioner I don't think are chemical free. My soap is, my skincare is, for the most part. A couple things for things like sunspots. I tried the natural stuff, it didn't work. So again, I'm not hating on you if you use whatever. I just kind of wish that I started to think of those things back in the day, because the second I heard that my skin is my biggest organ and I need to take care of it as far as the chemicals I expose it to, I don't know if it was just the time of my life, but my thoughts completely exposed to that. So think about those kind of things. And if you guys have kids and you're like, like the Johnson & Johnson stuff, and just start looking at the labels for the things that you put on your kids too. Oh. My light just turned off. I don't know why. Maybe my light bulb went out. Oh, well, we're just going to keep continuing on, I guess. But I got a couple different, that's so weird. I don't know why that just happened. But a couple different oils I want to share with you guys as far as hormones and girl stuff. I've shared these before, but they help me. I got to turn this. Hold on one second. This is so annoying. My phone's probably going to fall too. Okay, I tried to make it better. But 2 essential oils, I don't sell them, they were things that were recommended to me. But Dragon Time by Young Living, it kind of smells like licorice, but if I ever, ooh, that smells so good. It's like my happy place. So the thing with oils, guys, is it's not like this hippie voodoo stuff. It's not like, oh my God, I have a headache, I'm gonna slap oils on me and it instantly goes away. It's not like you're taking Advil. It's an alternative, but it's the smells, and when it does enter the bloodstream, it does help with certain things. So this is, you can look it up on Pinterest. I always use that to kind of learn what the oils do. Dragon Time to help regulate women's hormones and things like that. And then also Progressence Plus is another one. I'm actually running low on this. So this is also meant to help. I was told for women who are trying to get pregnant to use this. So just some things that have been really helpful for me. What else did I have on my list? Your health. Oh yeah, what you inhale. So candles and things that are like Febreze. I was trying to think, I'm like, what is it called? If you use Febreze in your house, if you use candles, all that artificial chemicals that are going into the air are not good. So essential oils are awesome. Sometimes I'll burn incense, which I know are not good either. But I've just become so much more conscious of what I breathe in, what I put on my skin. And if you're looking for something that is going to help your skin, you should look up dry brushing. When I did the Ultimate Reset and when I had mono, it's good for the lymphatic system. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. But dry brushing was amazing for me. So these are my favorite oils for the girl stuff. Eat lots of beets and kale to kind of recap. If you're overweight, you should really work on a health and fitness journey, not because of how you look, but because if you're overweight, you're taxing your liver. And for good hormonal health, like I said, it filters everything out, or helps you filter through your body and regulates the hormones. Another side note, if there's girls on here, if you have tender breasts during that time of the month, beets and kale are good for that too. Alcohol, tobacco, so do your best. You know, I'm not saying you can't drink. I definitely have a lemon drop martini here and there, but the more you tax your liver with alcohol and tobacco, the more difficult it makes that job and exposure to chemicals. So this is kind of what I wanted to share with you guys today, and I'm a hypocrite today because I have chemically makeup on, but I'm a lot more cautious of the things I put on my skin now. So I'm gonna go try and fix my light. I have no idea what happened, but I'll see you guys later.